Hi, everybody. I am Jennifer Rowe. And for those of you who do not know who I am a certified life coach. I am co-founder of From Fat to Finish Line, which was both a documentary film that you can still find on Amazon Prime, as well as a running group that we are now in existence pretty much on Facebook. And you should find us because we're really fun to hang out with. Anyway, I decided to start this channel because I found that so many of my clients had so many different questions that I feel like a lot of people could relate to. And I wanted to offer everybody a chance to kind of ask a question of a coach and get some answers. So this channel is going to be called Ask Coach Jen. I'm Coach Jen, and I invite you to email me or leave comments below on any kind of coaching questions you might need some answers on, any insight. So let's get started. So today, it's, I don't know when you're going to be watching this and what part of the year, but we just got through the first of the new year. And when it comes to New Year's, people like to set goals. And I thought, what better way to kick off this channel than by answering a question about goals. So I'm going to share my screen. So this way we can kind of walk through what we're doing here. Okay. Give me a second. New to the technology. Okay, and we're going to share this. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm thinking you should be able to see my screen now. I'm going to go ahead and start this. Okay, so again, my name's Jennifer Rowe. I'm a life coach, and my intention is to help you guys with your coaching questions. And again, today's topic was goals. So the question I got from Chris M was, why is it so easy to give up on goals? I always start strong, only to find myself slacking off or even abandoning them within a few weeks or months. How do I break this cycle and keep going? I love this question, especially for this time of year. I mean, really any time of the year. Let's face it, many of us, we start off really hot. We come out of the gate swinging. We're ready to take on the world. We do all the things. And then within a week or two, something gets in the way. We start to lose a little momentum. The shiny newness of a goal has now worn off, and we kind of let it fall to the wayside. So let's talk about this a little bit and how we can keep continuing with our goals even when the going gets tough. So the first thing is that we need to make sure that we have clarity on what our goal is. And this might sound a little silly, but there's many times that people just are like very vague about their goals, and a vagueness about your goal is going to really result in vague results. So, you need to know what it is. And I like to almost create a mission statement. So if you're trying to lose weight, you have to figure out why you want to lose weight. Is it because you want to look great? Is it because you want to feel great? I think many of us, it's because we want to have a healthier and longer life, right? So your mission statement might be, my mission is to feed my body with healthy food and reach an ideal weight so I can live a long, wonderful, healthy life. Now, take this mission statement just like a CEO or entrepreneur would do, write it down, see it, believe it, refer to it on a daily basis, because it's really going to help you keep in contact with that goal. And then the second thing is you have to be really specific. Again, I just mentioned a minute ago, if you are saying vague things and you are saying vague goals, they yield vague results. So saying I want to lose weight is really, really vague, right? You got to give your brain a little direction and a deadline, by the way. Like our brain loves deadlines because there's an urgency involved. So instead of just saying I want to lose weight, or even I just want to lose 20 pounds, being really specific, like I want to lose 20 pounds by May 1st, is like putting your goal into a navigation system. It's like you wouldn't say, I want to go on vacation and stop there, right? It would be like, I want to go on vacation. I want it to be maybe the first week of August. You know what I mean? And this is where I'm going to go. So the more specific you can get with your goal, the better. Next, you're going to want to take action every day. And this is the crux of it right there, right? And a lot of times it's like taking action does require you to like develop habits, right? And a lot of times it's also really hard to take big action. And a lot of us wind up failing at our goals because we think we have to take this massive action. We have to like go from never exercising to being in the gym 7 days a week for an hour a day, or we need to go from never running to running marathons, right? So we need to really look at this in more small obtainable wins. I love a concept I created called the now technique, which is the next obtainable win. And when I say obtainable, I mean really obtainable. I mean, like, it might be like, some days it might just be like putting on my workout clothes in case I can get there. If you're already doing a 20-minute walk, can I go 1 extra minute on this walk? Can I drink an extra glass of water? If you're really working towards taking action every day, think of the little action steps instead of just big action steps, because it's these little action steps that will become habit and will get you to your finish line. I mean, keep in mind that whether you're running a 6-minute mile or 20-minute mile, if you keep going in the right direction, you're going to get to your finish line. So there's no rush to do this. I mean, again, like, take action steps, gain clarity, be really specific with where you are going. Next, you're going to want to bounce back. And what I mean by this is that we tend to think we're just going to go smooth sailing. And I don't know why we think that, because it never really happens. And what happens is we have a setback. We are going along pretty good. Maybe you go on vacation. Maybe somebody's wedding came up. Maybe you got sick. Maybe whatever it is. And what we do is we fall down, and then we kind of like stay down a lot of the times. It's very hard for us to, get back in the groove. So what I like to call it is like a setback is a bounce back. This is an opportunity to learn about what works, what doesn't work, and also to use this as a way to like be an investigator, figure out what the setback was. How could you make a plan the next time this kind of setback comes up for you? This is a great opportunity to learn something, not to shut you down. And finally, you're going to want to track your progress. I can't tell you how important it is to track on some level. I know, some people love big, deep dive journals and stuff, but if you're losing weight, for example, every day you should be tracking something. It could be tracking like what kind of meals you ate. It could be tracking what kind of thoughts you had. You should at very least be tracking measurements, or even if your pants are getting looser, whatever it is, you want to have a gauge to see where you are going. And the more you can track, the more your brain gets activated and really engaged with your goal. And it also serves as a great reminder of what's working, what didn't work, what you did in a situation to overcome an obstacle and bounce back bigger. So really taking the time to track, journal, jot some stuff down, even if you're just talking to, your phone and a recorder once or twice a day, a couple times a week, it's going to keep you really motivated to keep going further and further. And you want to keep that momentum. It's really important if you want to get to your goals and keep your goals alive, right? Like, we are talking about keeping our goals going and not just kind of letting them fall to the side again. So some other tips: you want to be really selective when you're selecting goals, okay? And what I mean by this is, the other thing people tend to do is they want to have 25,000 goals, right? They want to lose 25 pounds. They want to run a marathon. They want to get a raise. They want to start a business. They want to be able to whatever. What I'm going to say to you is, the best way when it comes to goal setting is be super, super selective. I would boil it down to between 1 and maybe 3 tops. Right now I have goals that are related to my health. I have 1 big goal related to my health. I have 1 big goal related to my business. And I have 1 big goal dedicated to building kind of my spiritual side, like self-care and taking care of myself. But you want to be really, really selective, because when you have too many, it just becomes overwhelming. So I'd rather you really focus and do 1 really great at a time. And then as you're getting into the groove, if it's weight loss, for example, as you are building those habits and you're feeling like a lot of those things are becoming a little bit more on autopilot, you can start to look at adding goals. The next thing is you need accountability. You could try to go it alone, but the best thing you could do is get accountability. And there's many different ways you can find people. You can find a best friend that is like-minded, who will call you once a day and check in with you. You could join on Facebook. There's 400 million groups, right? For anything you're doing. If you're an entrepreneur, there's accountability groups. If you're, trying to lose weight, or starting a running program, or, whatever it is, like trying to get a graduate degree, there are support groups out there. There are groups of people just like you. Find accountability. You can also work with a life coach. You could find a program that suits you. If you're losing weight, it might be a Corinne Crabtree program. She does, this No BS weight loss program, which I love, or Weight Watchers, or again, working with a life coach. But find accountability. I think it's really important. It's going to keep you going. You want somebody to, support you when you're down, cheer you on when you're doing great, and give you some feedback. Next, you're going to want to create some milestones and maybe a reward system. Creating milestones really helps you break down that bigger goal into smaller obtainable steps. So if you're trying to lose 20 pounds, for example, your first milestone might be your first pound. Might be your first 5 pounds. Creating milestones really gives you like small wins that you could celebrate along the way. That's going to keep you high on momentum instead of looking at it as a big 20 pounds or a big $1 million business. It's like hitting these little milestones are just giving you a good indicator that you're on track. And let's face it, a lot of us love rewards. If you're the type of person who really thrives on rewards, create a little reward system. I have clients who like to keep a big bowl of their favorite things, and every time they hit a milestone, they put something out, and they're like, "Oh, I'm getting a massage this weekend," or "Oh, I'm buying my Lego set," because that's what jazzes them. So I really like the idea of creating a reward system. If you think that's one of your would be a thing for you, create a dream board. I think dream boards are incredible. I have them. I update mine often as my goals change or as I progress. I take things off my dream board once I've achieved them, and I put them in another board, which is my success board, to remind me of my successes. But create a dream board, something really visual. Let me rephrase that. There's something very powerful when you see something. Like there's a visual thing that happens when you can look at that dream board, take it in, imagine yourself at that goal. So really consider creating a dream board. If you want more information on how to create a dream board, let me know. I can send you some websites and where to go to see how it's really done. And you could also go to Pinterest, look for it on the Googles. You'll find plenty of information on dream boards, but I really highly recommend that. I think it's a great way to keep really in touch with your goals and to see it every day. Wake up with intention. Do you go sleep and then in the morning you're pressing snooze and you're scrolling Facebook and, you're playing Wordle? I mean, I'm guilty of these things too, but if you can start to wake up with intention to start your day on the right foot, it's going to be the best thing for you. One of the techniques I like to do is I'll set right in my alarm, like, wake up and kick ass today, or wake up and, get your 10,000 steps and whatever it is. But it's like really waking up with intention, starting your day on the right foot. There's a recent Mel Robbins YouTube podcast that I would suggest you catch about how to start your day. I'll find the exact title of that, and I'll put it in my newsletter this week. But there's a great podcast that really emphasizes how important the beginning of your day is. And I mean, I think it's incredible, and I think she's right on with that. And then finally, you want to, as I was just mentioning Mel Robbins, you want to find podcasts, YouTube creators, you want to find books, that really support your goals, that inspire action, whether it's becoming an entrepreneur or getting more organized around your house, or, losing the weight or just getting healthier. You want to really surround yourself with that kind of information. I mean, when we're taking in garbage all day, it's garbage is coming out. We're not producing what we want to do. So get off Facebook, stop scrolling feeds, stop looking at the memes of the kittens and the puppies. And you could do that once in a while. I think there's definitely a form of self-care in that, but make sure that you are giving equal time to the things that really support your goals. So, I mean, that's all I really have for you today. I really thank you guys for joining me. I encourage you to subscribe. It's like the first one, so you'll be one of the first subscribers. And definitely, email me or drop a comment below on what your goals are, and also what's your questions. You can ask me anything when it comes to life coaching, whether it's relationship related, health related, entrepreneur stuff, business building, whatever it is that you feel like you could use a little coaching on. Please send me an email about that. I would love to coach on it. Whoever your question is can help lots of other people too. So thanks, everybody, and I will see you next time.